That old house still stands, but nobody lives there anymore. Not the people I knew. In the house where the walls could hear the fires, Mama cried in the kitchen while I stared into the night. Daddy worked like a machine, but his heart was somewhere gone. I spent my whole damn childhood wondering what went wrong. Everybody in this town got a version of my past. They talk like they know everything from a photograph. They never saw the broken kid hiding in the dark, trying to keep his family from falling apart. I carried all the problems like they were mine to bear, put everyone before me till there was nothing there. Now the same people I believe for act like I don't exist. Guess love turns into shadows when it leaves you like this. I kept the pain inside my chest, tried my best, gave my best, but some wounds never heal, and some goodbyes still feel fresh. This is a house that left me, the ghosts still know my name. Every room holds a memory, every wall still feels the pain. I gave my heart to save it, but I couldn't stop the fall. Now I'm standing in the ashes of the house that lost us all. My brother used to ride shotgun on those county roads, talking about forever while we chased impossible goals. Now years feel like oceans and the silence hits hard. Just another empty chair beneath the backyard stars. Daddy never said much, just a nod and a stare. Spent my whole life reaching for a pride that wasn't there. Every achievement, every mile, every battle I won, still felt like I was losing, trying to be enough. And this town laughed loud when I said I'd leave someday. Said I'd end up broken just like everybody else, but I turned pain into fuel and scars into steel. Now they're watching me survive what they thought would kill. This is the house that left me, the ghosts still know my name. Every room holds a memory, every wall still feels the pain. I gave my heart to save it, but I couldn't stop the fall. Now I'm standing in the ashes of the house that lost us all. I still hear Mama praying through the cracks in the floor. I still hear my brother laughing like he's right outside the door. And Daddy, if you're listening somewhere tonight, I hope you know I never stopped trying. This is the house that left me, but it never took my soul. Every scar became a lesson, every loss made me whole. I survived the heartbreak, I survived the blame. They buried me beneath the ruins, but I rose above the flames. This is the house that left me, but it couldn't make me fall. I'm still standing here breathing after losing it all. After losing it all. Oh. Stronger through the pain. I spent my whole life being the strong one in the room, holding everybody up while I was heading for doom. Every call in the middle of the night I showed it fast, never thinking someday I'd be the one that left in the past. I gave my time, gave my money, gave my heart away, believing loyalty was something I'd come back one day. But when the darkness found me and I fell to my knees, the ones I needed most disappeared with the breeze. Now everybody's got excuses, everybody's got reasons, but abandoned man still hurts through all the seasons. And those scars don't heal just because time moves on. Sometimes the deepest wounds are the quiet ones. I kept waiting by the door for someone to come through, but the silence told me everything I needed to know about you. The ones I needed most were the first to let me go, the first to walk away when I needed them the most. The ones I needed most left me standing in the cold. Now I'm learning how to heal with a heart that's growing old. Father taught me strength, but never showed me grace. So I learned to hide my pain behind a weather-beaten face. Spent years trying to make him proud of who I become, but some battles never end, no matter how far you run. My brother wouldn't understood every word in the song. He always knew when something deep inside was wrong. Now I drive these back roads, talking to the night sky, still wishing I could hear one more reply. In this town, no of this town never missed a chance to tell me I was foolish for believing in a chance. But every roadblock, every laugh, every slam door only made me fight harder than before. The ones I needed most were the first to let me go, the first to walk away when I needed them the most. The ones I needed most left me standing in the cold. Now I'm learning how to heal with a heart that's growing old. I don't hate them, I just miss the people I thought they were. And maybe that's the hardest part, losing someone before they're even gone, 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 gone. Learn to be whole. They misunderstood me, they abandoned me, they left me in the rain. But the ones I needed most made me stronger through the pain. Yeah, stronger through the pain. That was him. Yeah, that was him. I was the black sheep from the day I could remember. Never fit the picture they were trying to put together. Different kind of heart, different kind of soul, always chasing something they could never control. They talk behind my back at every family gathering, smiles at the table but the judgment never ended. Every mistake I made became the story of the year, while the good things disappeared every time they hit my ears. I carried all the burdens, took the punches, took the blame, trying to earn a little love while they were dragging my name. Now they wonder why I'm gone, why I don't come around, why the black sheep finally left this broken town. You can only bend so far before you finally break. You can only give your heart before there's nothing left to take. I was the black sheep, the one nobody understood, trying to find some peace in a world that never could. I was the black sheep, the outcast of the blood, but I learned how to survive. father looked at me like I was trouble in the making. Every dream I ever had felt like another disappointment. So I chased validation down 1,000 different roads, trying to prove my worth while carrying that load. My brother was the only one who really knew my scars. We sit out by the river talking underneath the stars. Now the river keeps flowing, but the silence feels wrong, and I still hear his memory every time I write a song. This town said I never make it, never leave, never grow. Just another lost soul with nowhere left to go. But every door they closed became another reason why I learned to spread my wings when they expected me to die. I was a black sheep, the one nobody understood, trying to find some peace in a world that never could. I was the black sheep, the outcast of the blood, but I learned how to survive when they left me in the mud. Maybe I wasn't broken, maybe I was just different. Maybe all those years I spent blaming myself, I was carrying wounds that were never mine. Father, I forgive you. Brother, I miss you. I was the black sheep, but I ain't ashamed no more. Every scar became a lesson, every wound became a door. I was the black sheep, the one they cast aside. Now I'm stronger than the pain, and I got nothing left to hide. They misunderstood me, they underestimated me. They tried to bury me alive, but the black sheep survived. Yeah, the black sheep survived. Still breathing, still fighting, still alive. It's too late to say sorry. I spent years waiting on a phone that never rang, holding on to hope while carrying the blame. Everybody disappeared when the road got rough, then acted surprised when I finally had enough. I was breaking my back just to keep us afloat, drowning in the river while he stayed in the boat. Every sacrifice I made got forgotten with time. Now they're rewriting history like I was the crime. They judged me from a distance, never asked what was wrong. Just another small town rumor they could pass along. They built me into a villain so they could sleep at night, but the truth looks different when you're living the fight. Now the silence sounds louder than all the words they said, and the people I needed most only show up in my head. It's too late to say sorry, too late to make it right. I carried all that pain along through every lonely night. It's too late to say sorry, too late to change the past. Some bridges burn forever, some scars were made to last. My father had 1,000 chances to understand, but pride built walls higher than either of us planned. Now I stare at old photographs gathering dust, wondering why love always felt so hard for us. My brother used to tell me we'd make it out somehow, just two kids chasing freedom with the world ahead of us. Now I trade every dollar and every song I made for one more night talking underneath the summer haze. And the family I defended when nobody else would turn their backs the second things stopped looking good. Guess loyalty means different things depending on the day, and some people only love you when you're easy to save. It's too late to say sorry, too late to make it right. I carried all that pain along through every lonely night. It is too late to say sorry, too late to change the past. Some bridges burn forever, some scars were made to last. I don't need revenge, I don't need excuses. I just wish things were different. Father, I wish we talked more. Brother, I wish you stayed longer. And sometimes that's the hardest truth of all. It's too late to say sorry, but I'm finally letting go. Can't keep dragging yesterday down every road I know. It's too late to say sorry, but I won't live in regret. The pain may still be with me, but it ain't who I am yet. They misunderstood me, they abandoned me, they counted me out again. But I'm still here, still breathing, still rising through the wind. Yeah, and too late to say sorry, but not too late to live again. I inherited a name and the weight that came with it. I was born into expectations I could never outrun. Every mistake hit harder 'cause of where I came from. Everybody knew my father, everybody knew his name. So every road I walked came loaded with the blame. Small town whispers follow me through every school hallway, comparing my life to his every single day. If I stumbled, they noticed. If I failed, they smiled, like they were waiting for proof I was never worth the miles. I tried to be the good son, tried to do things right, work my hands to the bone from morning into night. But no matter how hard I pushed, no matter how much I gave, I still feel like a shadow standing over a grave. Some burdens ain't made of stone, they're carried in your soul. And some names feel heavier the longer you grow old. I've been carrying the weight of my last name through every storm, through every flame, trying to become my own man while living in someone else's fame. I've been carrying the weight of my last name, and it's breaking my back again, but I won't let it bury me. I won't let it win. My father never knew how much the silence hurt, how much I needed one good word for all that work. Instead I chased approval down 1,000 roads, adding more and more rocks to an already heavy load. My brother used to tell me, man, just be yourself, before life took him away from everyone else. Now those words hit harder every passing year, like he's still riding shocking every time I steer. And my family, they only saw the failures I made, never saw the sacrifices, never saw the price I paid. So I stopped looking backward and started moving ahead, building the future from the things they never said. I've been carrying the weight of my last name through every storm, through every flame, trying to become my own man while living in someone else's fame. I've been carrying the weight of my last name, and it's breaking my back again, but I won't let it bury me. I won't let it win. Father, I spent years trying to be you, and I spent years trying not to. Maybe the answer was never either one. Maybe I was supposed to become me. No more trying to make this town proud. I've been carrying the weight of my last name, but it don't define me now. I'm more than the blood in my veins, more than the past I came from. They misunderstood me, they judged me, they Tried to write my story before it began, but the weight of my last name didn't break the man. Yeah, it didn't break the man. The good son died. I used to bend over backwards trying to make everybody proud, keeping my head down low, never saying things out loud. Always showing up first when somebody needed help, while slowly losing pieces of myself. I was the one they called when the world came apart, the one carrying burdens with a bleeding heart. But every time I needed someone, every time I fell, I learned real quick who'd actually help. They judged me by my failures, never by my fight. Never saw the sleepless years, never saw the nights. Just another small town story they could twist around. While I was trying not to drown, I spent so many years trying to be enough, till one day I realized enough was never enough. That's when the good son died, the one who always tried, the one who gave his heart away and swallowed all his pride. That's when the good son died and something else survived, a man who finally learned he didn't have to apologize. My father taught me how to work but never how to heal, so I buried every feeling till I couldn't feel. Spent half my life chasing words he never said, carrying the silence inside my head. My brother was the only one who knew that side of me, the dreams, the doubts, the man I hoped I'd be. Now he's gone and every sunset hits a little different, like part of my soul left with him. In this town, Lord, this town never changed, still judging every scout, still throwing around blame. But I'm not that broken kid they used to know, I'm the proof that pain can help a man grow. That's when the good son died, the one who always tried, the one who gave his heart away and swallowed all his pride. That's when the good son died and something else survived, a man who finally learned he didn't have to apologize. Father, I forgive what you couldn't give. Brother, I carry you everywhere I live. Family, I loved you more than you know, but I can't keep bleeding for people who won't grow. And the survivor remains, yeah, and the survivor remains. Small town dust on my boots. You think you know me? You never did. Everybody got opinions when they never live my pain. Pointing fingers from the porch while I was dancing in the rain. I saw the scars upon my skin but never asked where they came. Built the whole damn story about me. Forgot my real name. I gave my blood to my family. Every dollar, every breath. Carried burdens on my shoulders till there was nothing left the same. Hands I was helping were the ones that let me fall. Now the echoes of their promises still haunt these empty halls. I was raised beneath a hard sky where weakness never survived. And I bury all my feelings just to make it through the night. Now they wonder why I'm distant, why I walk this road alone. They don't know the hell I came from, they just judge the man I've grown. And every word they threw became a stone. Every wound cut deeper than they'll ever know. I kept smiling while my world fell apart, but their silence left a grave inside my heart. You don't know where I've been, you don't know what I've lost. You don't know the nights I paid for every line I crossed. They judged me before they knew my name, turned my scars into a game. My survival should have buried me, still standing in the flames. My old man never told me he was proud of what I done, so I chased approval like an outlaw chasing the sun. Every mile, every fight, every dream I ever made was another desperate attempt to earn the words he never gave. Me and my brother used to run those dirt roads after school, talking about the life we live, breaking every damn rule. Now the fields feel colder and the nights don't sound the same, just photographs and memories whispering his name. And this town said I'd never be a damn thing in my life. Too broke, too loud, too stubborn, too damaged to survive. Now I'm still here breathing while the doubters fade away. Build my future from the rubble, they expecting me to stay. You don't know where I've been, you don't know what I've lost. You don't know the nights I paid for every line I crossed. They judged me before they knew my name, turned my scars into a game. My survival should have buried me, still standing in the flames. I gave my heart to people who only loved what I could give. I gave my soul to family that left me fighting just to live. Brother, I still hear your voice rolling through the summer wind. Father, I'm still chasing shadows, trying to make you proud again. Story, you only know my name. I walked through hell and came back home, still standing in the flames. Still standing, still fighting, still breathing through the flames. Something else. I was 15 when they labeled me trouble, a small town kid trying to climb from the rubble. Every mistake got magnified, every rumor got spread. By 21, half this county wanted me dead. Teachers gave up, preachers shook their heads. Neighbors told the children not to end up like me instead. Funny thing is none of them knew what I was fighting through. Just another lost soul they could point their fingers to. I was carrying family problems that weren't mine to bear, playing grown man games while nobody cared, trying to hold together a house already falling apart. With fear in my chest and lightning in my heart, you can only hear you're worthless. So many times before the boy starts disappearing and becomes something more. I'm the devil they made me, the monster they see, a reflection of the judge like a second skin, and I spent years learning how to live with it. Every hard look felt like another loaded gun. Every silent dinner felt like another war won. My brother kept me human when the darkness moved in. The only one who knew what all the hurt had been. Now he's gone, and some nights I lose my way, trying to hear his voice through the static and rain in this town. Lord, they still ain't changed. Still got somebody new carrying all the blame. This every little town needs a villain in the end to make everybody else feel innocent. I'm the devil they made me, the monster they see, a reflection of the judgment they put on me. I'm the devil they made me, but the truth remains. I wasn't born this way, I was shaped by the pain. Maybe I was never the devil. Maybe I was just a kid nobody wanted to understand. Maybe all those years I was fighting battles nobody could see. I'm the devil they made me, but I refuse to stay trapped inside the version that they created. I'm the devil they made me, but that's not who I am. I'm more than their labels, I'm more than their hands, I'm more than their hands. They misunderstood me, they betrayed me, they tried to bury my name, but the devil they made me became the man they couldn't tame. Yeah. The man they couldn't tame, still standing in the flames. Blood made us rated, but it didn't make us loyal. I learned real young that blood don't mean a thing. Some people wear your last name and still break everything. Sat at the same table, shared the same damn roof, but the ones I trusted most gave me the hardest truth. I was carrying everybody while my own world fell apart, giving pieces of my soul, giving pieces of my heart. Every time they needed help, I was showing up first, but when I hit rock bottom, they just watched it get worse. Now they wonder why I'm distant, why I never call, why I built these walls so high and don't trust it all. You can only believe the people so many damn times before the love turns cold and leaves scars behind. I kept believing they'd change, kept believing they cared, but every road led nowhere, and nobody was there. Blood don't mean family, family don't mean home. Sometimes the ones who raise you still leave you all alone. Blood don't mean loyalty, blood don't mean love. Sometimes your own last name can hurt you more than enough. My father was a hard man, raised by harder hands. Never knew how to tell me he believed I had a chance. So I spent my whole life chasing something I couldn't find, looking for approval that was never really mine. My brother was my best friend, my partner in crime, running through the cornfields trying to outrun time. Now the years keep passing and the memories remain. Sometimes I hear his laugh when it starts to rain. This town used to laugh every time I had a dream. Said boys like me never become anything. Now I'm still here standing while the doubters disappear. Built a life from the wreckage and the fear. Blood don't mean family, family don't mean home. Sometimes the ones who raise you still leave you all alone. Blood don't mean loyalty, blood don't mean love. Sometimes your own last name can hurt you more than enough. Mama, I know you tried. Father, I know you fought your own battle. Brother, I'd trade every mile I've walked just to hear your voice tonight. And if heaven's listening, tell them I still miss them. race related, but it didn't make us loyal. I learned real young that blood don't mean a thing. Some people wear your last name and still break everything. Sat at the same table, shared the same damn roof, but the ones I trusted most gave me the hardest truth. I was carrying everybody while my own world fell apart, giving pieces of my soul, giving pieces of my heart. Every time they needed help, I was showing up first, but when I hit rock bottom, they just watched it get worse. Now they wonder why I'm distant, why I never call, why I built these walls so high and don't trust it all. You can only bleed for people so many damn times before the love turns cold and leaves scars behind. I kept believing they'd change, kept believing they'd care, but every road led nowhere, and nobody was there. Blood don't mean family, family don't mean home. Sometimes the ones who raised you still leave you all alone. Blood don't mean loyalty, blood don't mean love. Sometimes your own last name can hurt you more. My father was a hard man, raised by harder hands. Never knew how to tell me he believed I had a chance. So I spent my whole life chasing something I couldn't find, looking for approval that was never really mine. My brother was my best friend, my partner in crime, running through the cornfields trying to outrun time. Now the years keep passing and the memories remain. Sometimes I hear his laugh when it starts to rain. This town used to laugh every time I had a dream. Said boys like me never become anything. Now I'm still here standing while the doubters disappear. Built a life from the wreckage and the fear. Blood don't mean family, family don't mean home. Sometimes the ones who raised you still leave you all alone. Blood don't mean loyalty, blood don't mean love. Sometimes your own last name can hurt you more than enough. My father was a hard man, raised by harder hands. Never knew how to tell me he believed I had a chance. So I spent my whole life chasing something I couldn't find, looking for approval that was never really mine. My brother was my best friend, my partner in crime, running through the cornfields trying to outrun time. Now the years keep passing and the memories remain. Sometimes I hear his laugh when it starts to rain. This town used to laugh every time I had a dream. Said boys like me never become anything. Now I'm still here standing while the doubters disappear. Built a life from the wreckage and the fear. Blood don't mean family, the pain taught me the truth. You can lose the people closest and still make it through. Blood don't mean loyalty, but I finally understand. The strongest kind of family is the one you choose to stand with. They tried to bury me, they tried to bury me, they tried to tell me who I'd be, but I'm still standing here, still breathing here, still stronger than they'll ever see it. Blood don't mean family, not to me. One by one, yeah. I catch myself talking with the same rough tone, same clenched jaw, same way of carrying the load, same habit of hiding every wound deep inside, like pain is something a man should survive. I spent years running from the man my father was, blaming every scar on the things he never does. Every mile I drove, every bridge I burned, trying to become someone different in return. But life's got a way of circling around, bringing old ghosts back when you're feeling down. And sometimes I see pieces of him in me. The truth hits harder than it should be. I carry his blood, but I carry my own soul. And somewhere between the two, I'm learning to let go. The man in the mirror ain't my father, but I can see him there in the way I fight my battles, in the weight I choose to bear. down, one by one. My brother used to tell me, don't let the past aside, don't let old pain become the man inside. Back then I didn't understand what he meant. Now those words are worth more than every cent. This town still remembers every mistake I made, like they got my failures carved into a gravestone. But they don't see the nights I spent rebuilding myself, picking up the pieces nobody else helped. Family left scars deeper than any fist could throw. Some won't stay hidden when nobody goes, but I refuse to pass that hurt down the line. The pain stops here, this life is mine. Man in the mirror ain't my father, but I can see him there in the way I fight my battles, in the weight I choose to bear. The man in the mirror ain't my father. I'm more than where I'm from. I'm breaking chains he handed down, one by one. Father, I spent years angry, years blaming, years trying to outrun your shadow. Now I see you were carrying wounds too, but that doesn't mean I have to carry them forever. Who somehow stayed alive. The man in the mirror ain't my father. He's stronger than the pain. He's turning family scars into something that remains. They doubted him, they judged him, they said he'd be the same. But the man in the mirror broke the chain. Yeah, the man in the mirror broke the chain and walked away. Everybody in this county got a story they can tell about the mistakes I made in the days I knew hell. They point in my past like it defines who I am, but they never saw the nights I could barely stand. I was fighting battles nobody could see, trying to save a family that was breaking at the seams, giving everything I had, every dollar, every prayer, till I looked around one day and nobody was there. They called me the problem, called me hard to understand, but they never walked a mile with these calluses on my hands. Never felt the weight of losing people you would die for, and waking up alone and still fighting for more. Every room became a shadow, every shadow followed me, but the truth don't stay buried, and neither will I. They got dirt on my name, but they don't know my pain. They only know the storm, they never felt the rain. They got dirt on my name, but I'm still standing tall. I walked through hell alone and survived it all. My father never said the words I needed growing up, so I spent years chasing goals, trying to feel enough. Every road I took, every mountain I climbed, I was looking for approval I could never find. My brother was my blood, my best friend, my guide. We were two our souls on the same damn ride. Now it's memorized shotgun everywhere I go, still talking to him when nobody else knows. This town wrote me off before I had a chance, said I never rise above my circumstance. Now the same people watching from the sideline stare, wondering how I made it when they left me there. They got dirt on my name, but they don't know my pain. They only know the storm, they never felt the rain. They got dirt on my name, but I'm still standing tall. I walked through hell alone survived it all. Family can cut deeper than the night. Sometimes the people closest leave the deepest scars. Father, I hope you know I tried. Brother, I wish you were still here. Some nights, that's all I can say. They got dirt on my name, but the truth still remains. Every scar tells a story, every loss left a flame. They got dirt on my name, but they can't take my soul. I've been broken, I've been lost, but I never let go. Let them talk, let them judge, let them throw another stone. At the end of the day, I'm still here, and I'm still standing alone. Yeah. Dirt on my name, fire in my bones. Everything it was started there. County Road 9 where the gravel meets the rain, where a broken down house still remembers my name. Well, mama prayed quietly in the middle of the night, and daddy fought his demons underneath the porch light. I was just a boy watching life come apart, learning how to survive with a heavy little heart. Trying to be the man of the house before I was grown, feeling more alone than I've ever known. Everybody in this town thought they knew my fate, another blue-collar kid carrying family weight. They saw the dust on my boots and the holes in my jeans, but they never saw the fire behind my dreams. Sometimes the strongest souls come from the hardest roads. Sometimes the deepest ones create the hearts that grow. I'm still that boy from County Road 9, still carrying ghosts through the back of my mind, still chasing hope through the dark and the rain, still learning how to live with the pain. I'm still that boy from County Road 9. No matter how far I drive, the world may change, but that boy survived. Me and my brother used to sit on a no-fence post, talking about leaving this town and seeing the coast. We had the whole world mapped inside our heads, never thinking one day he'd be gone instead. My father never said much, just worked till he broke. Wore silence like a shield of cigarettes, like smoke. Spend years trying to become someone he'd admire, trying to earn one from a man built out of fire. Now this town says I made it, says I proved them wrong, but success don't erase where you're really from. Every mile I traveled, every stage, every song still carries the echoes of where I belong. Still that boy from County Road 9, still carrying ghosts through the back of my mind, still chasing hope through the dark and the rain, still learning how to live with the pain. I'm still that boy from County Road 9. No matter how far I drive, the world may change, but that boy survived, brother. I still tell our stories, Father. I finally understand some of your silence. Mama, your prayers carried me farther than you'll ever know. And me, I'm still trying, but I'm still here. County Road 9. still alive, still driving through the night. These old boots been through more hell than most people know. If these boots could talk, I'd tell you where I've been. Every dirt road, every bar fight, every loss, every win. They tell you about the nights I slept with nowhere left to go, when the cold December mornings when my heart was broken, froze. People love to judge a man from the outside looking in. See the scars, hear the rumors, never ask where they've been. They think they know my story from the way I wear my pain, but they never felt the thunder, they just watched the rain. I gave my family everything that I could spare, my money, time, and loyalty when nobody else was there. But when the tables turned and I was drowning in despair, the silence in that room told me how much they really care. Some lessons leave a mark, some wounds don't disappear. You learn who's really with you when the darkness gets near. If these boots could talk, they'd tell 1,000 truths about the roads that broke my heart and the ones that pulled me through. If these boots could talk, they'd tell you who I am. Not the rumors, not the lies, just a beaten, stubborn man. My father wore a hard face every day of his life, never showed emotion, never let us see him cry. Spent years trying to earn something he couldn't give, still carrying that burden every day I live. Me and my brother used to sit beside the creek, talking about forever like forever wasn't weak. Now forever feels shorter every passing year, and I'd trade anything just to have him here. This town said out of mouth and nothing, just another lost soul, another blue-collar dreamer with impossible goals. But every door they slammed became another reason why I refuse to stay down and I refuse to die. If these boots could talk, they'd tell 1,000 truths about the roads that broke my heart and the ones that pulled me through. If these boots could talk, they'd tell you who I am. Not the rumors, not the lies, just a beaten, stubborn man. Mama still calls me to make sure I'm alright. Father, I finally stopped chasing your approval. Brother, I still say your number, even though I know you won't answer tonight. If these boots could talk, they'd tell you I survived every heartbreak, every loss, every time I barely got by. If these boots could talk, they'd tell you not to quit, 'cause every scar you're carrying proves you made it through some shit. Let them judge, let them talk, let them say what they want. They don't know the miles, they don't know the tears, they don't know the man. Walking in these boots, yeah. Walking in these boots. my brother used to race that old dirt road. 2 hour hearts, nowhere to be, nowhere to go. Talking about the women we love and the men we become, thinking forever was something that couldn't come undone. Back then the world felt bigger than the county line. Back when every bad day only lasted one night. Now I drive those same roads with a heavier soul, carry memories where a brother used to go. People see me laugh and think the pain disappeared, but grief don't leave, it just changes through the years. You learn how to carry it, learn how to pretend, but some losses never really end. And every sunset feels different now, every song hits deeper somehow. Some names fade from the world with time, but not from a heart like mine. I still keep a place for a name, right beside the fire and the flame. Though the years keep rolling on, my love for him stays the same. I still keep a place for a name in every prayer that I pray. He's gone from this world, but he never went away. My father always said a man should never cry, so I learned how to suffer with a smile and a lie. Spent years acting tough while my soul came apart, trying to be strong with a shattered heart. My family grew distant after the season changed. Everybody got older, everybody drifted away. Now the house feels quieter than it's ever been, like a chapter closed that won't open again. And this town still remembers all the mistakes I made, still whispers my failures like yesterday. But I ain't that lost kid trying to prove them right. I'm a man still standing after the fight. I still keep a place for a name, right beside the fire and the flame. Though the years keep rolling on, my love for him stays the same. I still keep a place for a name in every prayer that I pray. He's gone from this world, but he never went away. Brother, if heaven is back roads, I hope you're riding free. No pain, no heartbreak, no goodbyes, just peace. And if we meet again someday, save me a seat. Place for a night, and I always will. Through every storm, through every hill, I still keep a place for a night, long after my hair turns gray. 'Cause real love doesn't die, it just finds another way. They misunderstood me, they counted me out. They never knew what I carried inside. But every mile I walk with him beside me. Yeah, I walk with him beside me. Guess I was born. Guess I was both. I was born in a house full of broken people, trying to find love in a place that felt unequal. Every problem hit the table and somehow found my name. By the time I was 16, I was used to taking blame. If my brother got in trouble, somehow I was involved. If the money came missing, they assumed I was at fault. Didn't matter what I did, didn't matter what was true. They had already built the man they wanted me to be. So I packed my dreams inside an old Ford truck, left this town behind with a little faith and luck. But no matter where I ran, no no matter where I go, the ghost of that judgment always seem to follow. When you're carrying the blame long enough to break your back, you start believing every lie till there's nothing left intact. I was born to take the blame. At least there's what they said. Every finger pointed at me, every rumor spread. I was born to take the blame, but I won't wear it now. I survived the weight they gave me, and I finally put it down. My father never celebrated anything I done. Always another mountain waiting after ride one. Straight A's, hard work, long nights on the ground. Still felt invisible standing right before his eyes. My brother was my refuge when the storms rolled through, the only one who knew what I was going through. Now I talk to the sky when the memories hit hard, looking for his answer somewhere beyond the stars. In this town, they said I'd never make it far. Said I spent my whole life working at the local bar. Now every mile I traveled, every stage, every song proves they underestimated me all along. I was born to take the blame. At least there's what they said. Every finger pointed at me, every rumor spread. I was born to take the blame, but I won't wear it now. I survived the weight they gave me, and I finally put it down. Maybe I wasn't the problem. Maybe I was just the easiest one to blame. Maybe the people who hurt me were hurting too, but that doesn't change what happened, and it doesn't erase the pain. I was born to take the blame, but I refused to carry it. Every scar became a lesson, every wound a benefit. I was born to take the blame. Now I'm finally breaking free. No more change around my soul, no more shame defining me. They misunderstood me, they betrayed me. They tried to bury my name, but the boy they blamed for everything became the man they couldn't break. Yeah, the man they couldn't break. The man they couldn't break.